Hello!
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Bear Care Corner live here in the main barn. You might notice that we're a little wet.
Yes.
It has been a very wet, torrential
is absolutely the
24
word to describe
hours.
it. Yeah.
We're at the tail end of this hurricane that we're kind of getting a lot of the rainfall from. And we just got tornado warning.
Wow.
So if you didn't know, there are tornado risks down in our area, Southern Ontario, and this just popped up on our device a few minutes ago.
Nice.
So we're keeping an eye on that. Nicole, where is the safest
absolutely.
place on the property for a tornado?
Pretty close to where we are right now, actually. So the main barn, specifically the old barn, which is just to this side of the camera. So it's, I guess, the oldest structure on the property, too.
Yeah,
right?
It would be.
Yeah. Very solid walls.
Yes. So we always have our contingency planning.
Yes.
We're always ready to go with that kind of stuff. Right now it is pouring rain. You can hear it.
Yeah. Settle down a little bit. It's kind of like coming in waves.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was pretty heavy this morning. We're always looking out for flooding and different things, making sure everyone is staying safe. So we have a lot of things on today's program. We'll introduce ourselves first as people are starting to tune in.
Yes, hello.
This is
Nicole. Hi, everyone.
And I am Andrea, the animal care manager. Let us know where you are tuning in from. Are you getting rain? What's your weather like? I'm very curious.
Yeah, it's been wild here. Like, I think most of us have had like several outfit changes already after the rain.
Just today.
Yeah.
And we've gone through a few days of heat wave, and now we're kind of down in temperatures, which is nice, but we're getting a ton of rain.
Yeah, I was thinking that this morning. I'm like, did I prefer the 30 degrees and humidity or the torrential downpour? Yeah.
I guess it depends on what you're doing.
Yeah.
Hi, Gail. Hi, Helen. Hi, Mary from Northern California.
Nice.
Let us know what's happening with your day. If you have any questions here during the program, and you can ask them in the comments, and we will be answering them live. Make sure we try to catch them as they come up, because sometimes they go so quickly, but we'll try to answer them as they come up. We have a few from last week. Did I put them on here?
I don't know.
Maybe I didn't. Maybe I missed some. Well,
we can always answer them next week.
Yes. I thought I had a few from last week that I missed, but maybe I forgot to add them. But anyways, there's the wind.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So on today's program on Bear Care Corner Live, we're going to be talking about midday rounds. What are midday rounds? What does that mean? What does that involve? A few resident updates, trivia, because a lot of folks enjoyed trivia last week. And we're going to meet a few of the residents. If you're new here, you're not sure of certain faces and names, you're going to be meeting them here. They might have been here for a long time. They might have just arrived. I'm not sure. I just kind of put some pictures on. We're going to be talking about them. Yeah. Nicole doesn't even know what's happening yet. Hi, Jerry Lee. Hi, Helen. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Helen again. From Montreal, Northern California. How is Cooper doing? All right. We already got a question. Let's go to the question first to get everybody a chance to tune in, because we are here live in the main barn. Nicole, how is Cooper doing?
He's doing better. So he had a recheck Monday of this week. We took him back in to see the vet. His eye just wasn't healing up quite as nicely as we had hoped. We were seeing progress, but then it kind of plateaued and got a little bit worse. So we brought him in. So they just did another eye exam, made sure there's no ulcers. At that exam, we did learn that one of his ducts is actually blocked. So basically, like the tear duct in his eye isn't flowing through to his nostril the way that it should. So we're suspecting that there's like some sinus involvement. So he's on new eye drops, new medications, and he's looking a lot better. I haven't seen him today, but yesterday he was doing much better. And I think Avery mentioned that he's looking better today.
He's on new meds. I think you just said that.
Yes.
So he's looking good.
Yeah.
With eye stuff is especially concerning, because you never know.
Yeah.
Want to make sure that's being dealt with.
Swiftly. Yeah.
And he was taken in pretty much right away when we noticed
that.
Yeah.
So he has another recheck booked for next week. So fingers crossed that it's just like a happy yay. Everything is going well.
Yeah. Some irritation in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, before we get into midday rounds, like we discussed, what we're going to talk about in today's program, I came across this video. What is going on here, Nicole?
Oh, that was literally just this morning. Nice.
So the timestamp on security footage.
Yeah. So here is myself, caregiver Avery, and facilities coordinator Jacqueline. And we've got Gloria in the corner there. So we're actually getting blood from Gloria. So we're just pursuing some further diagnostics with her. Just where we've been seeing some weight loss, kind of general like unthriftiness. Her coat's not super shiny and nice like we would expect it. Just little things
that's
like
her.
that.
No, that's Zoe.
Yeah, that sounded. Yeah, so basically, like we perform physical exams on site. We're having our vet come out next week to take a look at her. But we started with some blood work today just to see if there's any underlying concerns or issues that we need to know about. So we were able to grab the blood on site this morning, which was very nice. She was a little bit dramatic for the clippers, which I mean is fair. They vibrate, they're loud.
She's not used to them. She doesn't get shorn.
Yeah, exactly. So how would she know? But she was extremely brave for the actual blood collection. So we've got that ready, and then it'll get dropped off at the lab this afternoon. So we should have some results soon.
Yeah, a few days probably. Then that will be sent to our vet. And he's coming out for an exam early next week to kind of see what else is going on. We just feel like at this point, with the weight loss, we're just concerned there's something else going on with her. So we're starting that process with the diagnostics.
Yeah.
There's pigs honking, there's goats yelling.
There's
the
a lot
rain
happening.
is hard, so let us know if you can still hear us.
Hopefully it's fine.
We're going to get into the first part of our segment, which is midday rounds, and then...
Trivia!
Trivia time is coming. Trivia time is coming. So we're going to be doing that after midday round. So if you stick around for like 5-10 minutes, we're going to do some trivia with everybody live here. I think it gives folks a chance to tune in. Sylvia's experiencing the exact same thing. It is torrential again.
It just picked up like over the last like 3 minutes.
It stopped for a few hours, but we are experiencing the same thing. I guess you're not too far away.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get started. Nicole's going to talk about what's happening here with midday rounds, and then we're going to get into some trivia.
Nice. Yeah, so this was last week. So basically we do rounds, I guess 4 times a day, at least 4 times a day. Morning, afternoon, PM caregiver, and then the end of like night check as well. So starting PM rounds is feeding DJ and Escalade. They get meal fed 3 times a day. Checking on the pigs. Timmy was having a nap here. So basically while we're doing rounds, we're checking to make sure that all of the residents are safe, comfortable. Everyone has water. This was a hot day, so making sure fans are on, reapplying sunscreen. We also have certain medications and treatments that happen at midday as well. So this was a pretty toasty day, so definitely keeping an extra close eye on everyone, making sure that everyone's cool and comfortable, and clearly they were. Here we're heading up to the cows. Denver gets some pain medication and a little bowl of grain, so he gets his little afternoon treats. And there's Pouty poking his head out. So they were relaxing in the barn. It was nice and cool. Goats.
She always does come over.
Yeah.
Dover always does come over.
Always. Oh, he's so cute.
Checking on this barn. Yeah, so checking all the barns. We do that first thing in the morning, letting the residents out who are kept in overnight, which are the vulnerable residents, and then doing a second round. I mean, we see them constantly throughout the day, but it's just like the conscious effort of
exactly.
checking on them, checking their waters, making sure they're comfortable, making sure there's health concerns.
Yeah, and especially for residents who are more vulnerable to the heat. So like Nancy, for example, some of our senior goats and sheep who maybe their mobility isn't quite as good, so they're not often getting themselves in and out as frequently as they should be, making sure they have access to water. And midday rounds always include like nose boops and belly rubs as well.
You never know. Sometimes you'll be giving a belly rub and you'll see something that like Tim, he had an ear infection.
That's true. Like so many health concerns we found out kind of like incidentally over the times where you're like, oh, this is kind of weird.
It's nice for them to see get a little scratch. That's Abigail.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to get her down for a bone.
No.
Yeah.
Very cute. I think our signal's a little weak, so hang in there. It might get better. I'm not sure with this weather.
Crossed.
And if not, this will be posted right after on our Facebook. You'll probably be able to see it better there. But hopefully we stick around. The storm is coming in hard.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
So,
yeah, very
cute. A very different looking day.
Yeah, I know, so different from today. Yeah, here's Pumpkin and Oksana and
they're on their little spots that they hang out and stay cool. Super cute.
Yeah, little besties. Yep.
These chickens. And Nancy has a hard time with the ramp now with his arthritis, so if he's down and it's a bit warm outside, we'll sometimes put him back. And if he's just not able to get up that ramp.
Yeah, making sure he has access to fresh water over there.
These chickens have their tail covers on. Because Brian loves to take her tail cover off.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Every day.
Yep. And in Corno's Cottage, one of my favorite parts of midday rounds, like the day in general, because they're all just waiting for you.
So cute.
Yeah, like very much the welcoming committee. They usually will follow you over the coop. I think it was pretty hot days. They were a little bit sleepy.
Look at them.
Look at this blue.
Get so excited.
Yeah, midday rounds, I feel like it's often when they get their produce feed out as well, when we have a produce donation or some fresh produce from the garden. So they're usually pretty excited to come running, even if you have nothing.
Yeah, even if you have nothing, they're just like excited to see you.
Yeah. And then in here in Corno's Cottage, we're making sure that there's no fresh eggs.
Yes. We check the eggs all the time,
Yeah.
because if there is eggs, that means something's laying. If there are laying, that means we have to make sure that they're getting implanted so they stop laying.
And then here is the duck food getting refreshed. So they actually have a floating diet, which is extremely exciting and very natural behavior for them. Oh yeah, they love it. So their pellets actually get floated in water. So they get a meal in the morning, and then we refresh it in the afternoon as well.
Excited they are.
Yeah, that's really cute.
So that is probably, what, is that like a half an hour
Yeah,
midday rounds?
depending on the day. So it depends on how distracted you get with belly rubs. If you see anything weird, yeah, like half an hour to 45 minutes just to kind of start off the afternoon. So yeah, just a little glimpse into what happens during rounds.
Yeah, the days are full.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even this morning, there was so much that was going on.
Yeah.
Let us know if you can still hear us, and if you can't, hopefully you can tune in later on
Yeah.
Facebook, because I'm not sure if we still have a signal. Once the rain starts hitting here hard, we usually lose a bit of the signal. But if you're still here with us,
Yeah.
we're going to attempt to try to play some trivia again with everyone.
Nice. Play along live.
So we have some trivia questions based on this cute little game called
Nice.
Rescued. We're going to put the question up on the screen. You're going to have 1 minute if you have want to guess your answers in the comments. And while you are guessing, we're going to be talking about a resident that I put up on the screen. And I've just chosen. It looks random, but you know, if I start with Nancy, then maybe it's not so random. Don't look. Okay, it was an accident. I tried to choose a bunch of random residents that you'll get to meet. We'll talk about for a minute. Just a quick little
Rapid
get to
fire.
know, maybe some stories. Our first question is: what is a fleshy fold of skin hanging down from the throat of a chicken called? A, clucker, B, waddle, C, cloaca, D, waddle. I'm gonna keep it over here. We have a minute, and who's our first resident we're talking about?
It's Nancy. Oh my gosh, that's an incredible picture. Okay, so quick facts. Nancy, best chicken. He has the award to prove it.
Look at those eyebrows.
Yeah, that's wow. Yeah, what a face.
Nancy's about 7.5 years old.
Yeah.
Just an amazing guy.
Yeah, like so resilient. And I feel like he's just like such a shining example of like the beauty of like what is allowed to happen in sanctuary. Like, you know, someone who's like vastly outlived his, you know, supposed lifespan and is thriving. He's been through everything, so resilient, and he is still just like the chattiest, sassiest guy. And
still bosses us around.
Yeah.
A little bit less.
Yeah.
A little bit less in his older age. He's kind of gotten a little bit more quiet, but he still tells us what's up, especially if there's food involved.
Always.
So that's Nancy. If you haven't met him yet, if you're new here, you might not have. If you aren't new here, I talk about him on a daily basis. So that was our minute with Nancy. It was also our minute with our questions.
Amazing.
We're answering. Oh no, that wasn't the answer. The fleshy fold skin hanging under the throat. And I know what is the answer. Okay, I know the answer. We have Helen.
Nice.
We got Gail.
Nice.
We got. Is it Waddle? I'm losing track. The comments are going so quick.
Yeah.
Anyways. Da, 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 da.
Couple correct answers. Yes.
I know, I love that. Congrats. If you did answer correctly and I put your name on the screen, it's just flying by all of a sudden. There was no comments for a while because I think we lost our signal and then it was commenting.
It seems like it's back. Yeah.
I'm very excited. Yes. We have a Sylvia. We have Sylvia. We have Sylvia.
We do. Hello,
we have a Nancy
Sylvia.
fan in the comments. Welcome. Always welcome here.
Yeah.
Our next trivia question up on the screen. What is the average body temperature of a cow?
In Fahrenheit?
We got Fahrenheit. I know. These cards are from America. We don't do Fahrenheit too often over here. We're going to think on it because I actually don't know the answer, but we're going to find out very soon. And the next resident up on the screen. So we're going to leave that down there for everybody to noodle Who do we have here?
Oh, goodness. Hercules. Oh, gosh. What a face. Yeah, Hercules was born here, one of April's kids. They turned, 9 this year?
He's 9 and a half
9.
now. Well, just almost 9 and a half.
Yeah, wild.
He's missing a little bit of his ear, if you notice. That one ear's
missing.
missing.
The little notch.
A little piece got damaged when he was younger, but it grew with him, so it looks a little bit more dramatic then.
Very cute. Yeah.
He's a personality.
He's a very good starter pig. Like, I remember when I first started here, I think he was the first pig I ever really, interacted with closely. Just big, sappy suck, loves attention, loves belly rubs.
The vet. Only resident that probably loves the vet.
Truly,
if he knows the vet's coming, if he hears the vet, he's
always involved.
He just always felt like he needs to have that kind of attention.
Yeah, to the point, sometimes we, pretend, coming to see
we pretend we're on the phone. Okay, we have some guesses. I actually don't know the answer. Do you know the answer?
In Celsius, I think within the range. But in Fahrenheit, truly, I have no idea.
Let's put the answer up and then let's see who got it right. B.
Okay. Yeah, a bit warmer than humans.
Does that make sense for a larger animal?
Yeah.
Like the heart rate's slower?
Yeah, so kind of
Joyce.
38, 39 Fahrenheit. Or Celsius. I was like, oh gosh.
I don't know if Tracy was answering this one or the previous one, but either way, you
got
it
right.
right.
Joyce got it. Nice.
Good job.
Well
and
done.
Hercules is extremely handsome.
Yes, and he needs to hear it every single day.
That's true. We should print these out for him and read them to him one of the programs. Yes. He would be very happy about that.
He's really into the affirmations.
So thank you so much for playing along. This is amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was going to work because our signal
no, it's going well.
With the weather is interesting. Our next trivia question is, how much water does a pig drink in a day?
Oh.
We're going with gallons.
Yeah, also, what's a gallon?
7, 14, or 21 gallons. Let us know what you think in the comments. We're going to leave it up on the screen again. And the next pig is... Oksana.
It's Oksana. Oh, that's a really cute picture.
Loves them much. She's always even when the pigs are losing their kind of winter coats in the summer, she always tends to be kind of fluffy.
She always kind of looks like a little grizzly bear.
She does. She's very sweet. When she first arrived, she was one of the Farmax pigs that was the most skittish and the most scared of us. So we gave her a little extra space.
Yeah.
I feel like she still keeps on her own a little bit more. Kind of like her and Malcolm are on that same level.
Yeah.
Which is fine. They came from a very not so nice place.
Yeah, exactly.
But she's really cute. And what is she really good at?
She is the ultimate pig lift pig.
Yes.
So our pig chute that we have for raising them up, for their hoof trims. She was actually the first ever pig that we put in it because conveniently around the time that we first got it, she actually had a pretty serious hoof injury that required pretty frequent casting for months. It was brutal. And to this day, that was years ago, to this day, she still just walks right in. It's incredible. Yeah, very
she
good
sees it.
pig.
She's like, no other pig does that. They see it and they run the other way. We do have a system set up with gates where we get them in that way, but they don't like going in, even though it's not,
it's
not
quick
that
and stressful, but you can't make a pig do anything they don't want to do.
And it's also weird for them to be lifted in the air and feel a little bit strange for a minute. So let's figure out I don't actually know this one either. I am learning here live with everyone.
Quite thirsty. The tracks. Oh, a couple people got that one.
Wow, we got Joyce.
Nice.
Joyce, would you have this at home?
Yeah, Joyce.
Joyce might have this.
We're on to you.
Joyce might have this at home. Helen, oh my goodness.
Whoa, how did you all know that?
I didn't even have a chance to think about it because we were talking about Oksana.
Yeah.
The rain's really hitting hard again.
Yeah.
So we're going to just keep going and see what
happens. Yeah.
If we can stay live with this torrential downpour. Thank you so much again for everybody tuning in today and being part of the Bear Care Corner community. We like to keep you entertained. We like to give you information about the residents. If you feel inspired to help us out further, you're doing amazing with all of the comments and sharing and liking and engaging. Becoming a monthly donor is actually really helpful for the residents as well to contribute to feed, medical care, and shelter, especially with our big move coming up. So if you're inspired to do that, head on over to our website, happilyeverafter.ca to become a monthly donor. If you are a monthly donor, you're the best.
Yeah, truly couldn't do it without everyone's support. It's incredible.
Community effort. Totally. It is our donors, staff, volunteers, supporters. everybody is helping us make this a reality for the residents. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
with that being said, I have our next trivia question coming up. Where's the soft fleshy part?
Oh, on top. Nice.
The chicken's head called crown, mohawk, comb, or crest.
Nice.
So I'm going to put it up in the corner. I know it's kind of small if you're on your phone, but hopefully you can still see that. And
Joyce has already got the answer.
yeah, I know. Joyce is flipping ahead in the
Yeah.
cards. All right, 1 minute on the clock. BJ.
Very cute. BJ.
First resident ever.
That's wild.
BJ and Escalade.
Yeah.
2014, I think November they arrived.
Wow.
So very
Yeah.
original residents here at the sanctuary.
That's a really cute picture.
BJ and Bailey,
Yeah.
caregiver Bailey, have a bit of a bond.
Yeah, very cute. Yeah, BJ is definitely one of several like resident alarm clocks that we have here. He's very good at telling the time. Actually, Avery and I were discussing that at lunch. Is once the PM caregiver rolls in, BJ's like, "Oh, it's 12:30."
I think they see the car arrive.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're like, "Oh, it's dinner. It's lunchtime." So they get meal
and then
fed.
dinner.
Yeah.
And if we're like 5 minutes late, he's on
We
it.
hear it. Yeah, yeah. So very, very vocal.
A little sassy.
Yeah, a little bit sassy,
He
but
likes
still
to
has
stir
his
up things
moments.
with
Yeah.
Escalade. He likes to get Escalade kind of riled up, and they do little zoomies together.
Yeah, it's very
They
cute.
are very bonded.
Yes, yes. BFFs.
He's very
forever.
handsome.
Yeah.
That's a bit about BJ. Okay, do we have some? What's this one? This one, I know what this one is. Okay, we got some. Oh, we got some correct.
Nice.
Joyce again.
Joyce, of course.
Joyce, we are on to you. Mary too, maybe.
Yeah,
Mary's
nice.
and
Are you guys
Helen.
like in cahoots?
They got a group chat
Oh,
going.
hilarious.
So the answer to this one is
Oh.
comb. Comb is that little bit that sticks on the top. Some people ask us what it feels like. I've had that question before. It's kind of rubbery.
Yeah,
It can be kind of cool or kind of warm depending on what their temperature regulation is
Yeah,
doing. So
yeah.
it does help regulate temperature. Same with the wattles.
Mhm.
The wattles also act as like just part of the display for the roosters, because the rooster
Yeah.
wattles tend to be bigger and makes them look extra handsome.
Yeah, Nancy's
For the
are very
ladies,
good.
yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I hold Nancy's up.
Yeah, well, he's eating, especially because they're heavy.
They're heavy and they get in the way a
Yeah.
little bit. So
Yeah.
that is a comb. You learn about comb and wattles here.
Yeah, and also
that should be the name of our program.
that's actually really good. Chicken focus.
Comb and wattles.
Yeah, and a pretty good like indicator, or like something we can use as an indicator for like health as well.
Yes.
Like if they start to
Yes.
shrink, get bigger,
Change
floppier.
color.
Yeah,
If they're a little bit purple, it could be dehydration
Yeah,
or circulation issues.
Yeah, yeah.
So we kind of have an idea of what the normal comb looks like
Totally.
somewhere. Sometimes they change because of hormones.
Yeah.
Sometimes when we give a hormonal implant, they get a little bit more shriveled up.
Yeah, more pale.
Because they are a secondary sexual characteristic. So when a hormonal implant's given, that kind of stops some of the hormones, the certain hormones from going,
Yeah.
suppresses certain hormones, which can shrink them. So it's good to know if that has been given.
Yeah.
So we're not thinking it's mistaking
Something
it for
weird.
another issue
Yeah,
of
for sure.
dehydration or
Yeah.
something else going on.
Yeah.
Speaking of chickens, well, not the trivia question, but the picture coming up. Nicole's in this picture. Our next trivia question is, what is the average lifespan of a cow?
Aw.
5, 10, or 20 years?
Nice.
I know the answer to this one, finally. We'll leave that in the corner for 1 minute. And who is this? There is a
that's
nice
really
comb and a
cute.
nice
yeah,
wattle.
beautiful. Yeah, so we've got Poppy there. And I guess this is probably, it's been a while since she's had a bumblefoot flare
not
up.
a new
She
photo,
did have
yeah.
bumblefoot quite bad when she first got here. But I think that this was a more recent flare up, maybe last year. Poppy was part of the Spice Girls rescue. What was that, 2-3 years ago?
A few summers ago.
Yeah,
Christina's in the comments. She came with me.
Yeah.
I vividly
Our
remember that
perception of time.
rescue.
Yeah.
Go and pick up those birds. How
Yeah.
bad a condition. That's a video we should replay because
Yeah,
we
for
filmed
sure.
us going in
Yeah.
and rescuing those birds, and those 7 birds were in a very horrible backyard
Yeah.
type of situation. She was probably the most ill coming here and needed a lot of support. And she still does. She still needs a lot of support for arthritis, for respiratory issues.
Yeah,
She's
chronic
on a lot of
sinus
meds.
issues.
She
Yeah.
goes to the vet quite frequently.
Yeah, she's a frequent flyer, but
we love her.
and we're happy to do it. And again, that's like the beauty of all of our supporters here. So thank you very much for helping to support Poppy's individualized care.
She's so cute.
Yeah, she's very cute.
She's a feature of Corners Cottage. I go
Yeah.
back and there she is.
Yeah, and you don't often see just like a beautiful black chicken like that. Like she's quite like striking as well. Yeah,
And
she's
Richard. So
Yeah.
every kind of mating season, kind of picks a new favorite. And
Yes.
this mating season is currently Poppy. Don't tell him I told you that.
Yeah, you'll be embarrassed.
The answer to that is 20. C20. And we have Sylvie. Oh my gosh. I think everybody who's been playing guessed this one.
Yeah,
correctly.
nice.
Sylvia, Joyce,
Yeah.
Helen, and Mary. And maybe some other people. I'm sorry if I missed your name when I'm doing these because, Gail as well.
Nice.
They go by really quickly.
Yeah.
And we're talking about Poppy.
We had a bunch of Poppy comments.
She is adorable.
She is very cute. Yeah.
We love her. I did say at the beginning, if you have any questions during the program, let us know in the comments. We'll answer them live. If I did miss them, we'll answer them next week because there's a lot going on.
There's a lot.
And the ones that I missed from last week, we'll do next week because I forgot to add them. I put them somewhere. They're somewhere on this
somewhere.
device.
We will not forget.
But I don't want to push too many buttons.
Yeah.
When that happens, I don't know where we're going to end up.
We got overwhelmed.
It's starting to rain a little bit.
Yeah, for
I'm
now.
glad this worked because I was worried. Next. This is our last trivia question of today.
Ooh.
Get ready. We have pigs live on every
Whoa.
continent. True or false? So think about that. True or false? I'm going to put it in the little corner. Last one up.
Oh, little Scruffles.
This is a
Richard.
nickname.
Yes.
Many nicknames. I think every resident has at least one nickname.
Yeah.
Original nickname for Richard was Scruffles.
Yes.
I don't know where that came from, but it's just who he is.
Yes,
He's
absolutely.
just a fluff ball.
Yeah, very cute. Yeah, so he's a frizzle rooster. So very, very unique feathers. Very beautiful guy. Very cute little voice. And he is just like such a personality, like you saw in the midday rounds video. He's always one of the first ones to greet you in Corno's cottage. Loves following you around, and just the way that his fluff moves when he runs and when he hops.
You might have seen that bit in that video.
Yeah, it's extremely cute.
He's been here since August 2015.
And he's been through a lot of like social changes throughout that time. That would be a good video to talk about.
Roosters, So right now he's the only rooster.
Yeah.
With 13 hens. He's living the life.
Yes, but it wasn't always that way. He lived with the ducks for a while. He did have other roosters and other hens. For a while, we were kind of his hens. Like, he's kind of been through it all.
He still treats us as similar. Because we'll go in and he did something called tidbitting. That's one of the trivia questions for next week. It's called tidbitting. And he'll show us treats and stuff. So he kind of treats us on the same level as the hens. Like, hey, look at this little
look what I found for you.
Eat it.
Then you have to pretend to eat it so you don't hurt his feelings.
Or else he won't stop.
Yes.
So this is a little bit maybe of a tricky question. We have a mix. I'm trying to remember what the answer is. I'll put the answer up first before I click on things. Next step, Antarctica. So it is false, but they are pretty much some variation.
Everywhere else,
Everywhere. So let me see who we have. Joyce guessed every single one correctly. Joyce has this trivia set at home.
Wow. Yeah, Joyce, you nailed it.
That is correct. Antarctica is the only place. I couldn't see pigs there.
No,
it's too cold
absolutely
for them.
not. Yeah.
Even though they're, kind of thick.
Yeah.
They don't have enough hair, I think. Thank you so much for playing along.
We all learned something today.
I know. I don't think I looked at the answers to any of those when I posted them.
Amazing.
Thank you, everybody, for being part of the Bear Care Corner community. We look forward to seeing you every week. Look forward to our videos every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Sometimes we'll be live, which is really fun and interactive. So mark on your calendar every Wednesday at 1 p.m. We hope to see you again there, and we will see you again next time.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.